Hey YouTube, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. News and views on the news, and this is going to be commentary and views on the news. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. In the other video that I put up, again, a lot of people don't understand my life experiences. What a lot of these teenagers are going through that have come up missing, I kind of went through myself. You know, being raised in a home with a single mother. So stuff isn't gravy for all the way around for um, people in the black community. It just really isn't gravy. And the worst part about it is no one can speak of it. No one can speak of it. If and when you try to tell people the truth, um, there will be a concerted effort, especially by the people that are doing the most damage, to shut down the truth. So basically, some of the missing DC girls were found. Okay? Some DC girls were found. All right? So before we get way into this, let me greet everybody. Hola, good dag, oi to the bang, vasas los, bonjour mes amis, kedu, bawani konnichiwa, ni hao ma, sani bonani, jumbo habaragani, assalamu alaikum, shalom. All right? Some of the missing girls were found. There's a teenager that's going to be speaking, one of the missing girls that was found, and I'm gonna let you hear from out of her mouth because this girl very enlightening, and she said sheds light on a whole lot. Now, for one, for one, this is why I check my sources, right? This is why I check sources. I might repeat news, but I won't be the first one to put stuff out. And I will do a follow up just in case there are corrections or updates. This is said follow up. Now, y'all are going to have to understand something and listen to the report, and I'm going to let them tell it. All right. Police in DC. So here's the good news. Police in DC says several teens who were reported missing have been found. Uh, Demetria Carthens, 17, Haven Shante, 15, Raina Gross, 16, and Deshaun Wallace, 15, have also been found safe, police said Monday. Carthens have been missing since February 7th. Shamte, Gross, and Wallace were all reported missing in March. On Now, I'm really concerned about. Okay, on Wednesday, police say 14-year-old Jalen Lee and 16-year-old Michelle Jordan were found in good health. Lee was reported missing on March 20th. Jordan was reported missing Tuesday. All right, so what is behind all of this? We're going to get to this in this next piece. Please, please, for those of you that are listening, brothers, we got to start all over with these important stories. Please, for those of you that that's listening to this story on either one of my channels, please share. Please share all my videos. But I'm begging you to share this video. I'm begging you to share this video. Brothers, we need to do more support. But I need you to share this video on your YouTube, share it on your Google Plus, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it everywhere you can, and let's make this go viral. Gentlemen, the other thing we need to do, so I can start doing the things we need to do, I need to get up in that realm. So let's try to get people to subscribe to this channel. Only need 1,000. and then we could be rolling after that. Only need 1,000. All right, on both channels, let's make that mark, and let's make it quickly, so I can go back to doing the things that I've been doing. Now, to the people, I ain't forgot. To the people with the Negro National Anthem, when I get back, um, I did not delete the emails, did not delete the addresses. I have all the addresses, and I will be sending you something. The reason why I didn't send anything right away, because the something that I was sending was going to come from Brazil or Colombia. All right, so that's basically it. What I was going to send was coming from Brazil or Colombia. So please, 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 please share the videos. We need to pump this channel up, because you know what I do. If you're listening, you know what I do. Now, back to this. Please listen to this report. It's going to be eye-opening. And then I'll give you, we'll expound upon that after. But please understand what the child is saying. The child is saying the exact same thing that black men have been saying. Okay, so you're going to shut down the black men. Okay, then maybe it's time to hear it from out of the mouth of babes, out of the mouth of a child, all out of the mouth of a child trying to be a woman. All right, it's bad for them. It's bad for these children. All right, please listen. Here's the news clip.
One of the most popular stories on our NBC app this week is about missing girls. Our story debunks a fake report that 14 girls went missing from D.C. in just one day. D.C. police told us they're simply sharing missing person cases more often on social media. The Center for Missing and Exploited Children agrees there is no increase here.
We're not seeing what that supports things that we're hearing about significant increases in missing children. Frankly, what we're seeing in Washington, D.C. is probably not unlike what we see across the country in major metropolitan areas.
A D.C. teenager who disappeared on Monday is now back home with her family, but the girl's mother tells News 4's Kristen Wright she hasn't recovered from the emotions she felt while her daughter was missing.
Thinking that somebody's done something to your child and that you'll never see them again.
The things that went through her mind.
As a mother, I've been dying.
Katrina Hunter didn't know if her 17-year-old daughter was dead. She couldn't find her anywhere, the longest 3 days ever.
We were just riding around, just having God lead us, turning down different streets and just praying the whole time.
D.C., it's a big place in an even bigger world. To be lost, to be missing, to be out there somewhere. Raw emotion at a packed town hall meeting Monday, and questions about missing children of color in the district.
I think there's a lot more that we can do.
So far this month, D.C. police have tweeted out 27 missing person flyers of children between the ages of 10 and 17. Most have been found. D.C. Police Commander Chanel Dickerson, head of the Youth and Family Division, reached out live on Facebook to address what has now risen to a national worry.
I love Catherine.
Catherine came home. Things are complicated. There are issues. Her mother says she's run away many times before. Catherine won't say where she was, but says many of the missing teens in D.C. simply want out.
They're leaving. They don't know what they're looking for. They don't know what they're trying to find.
That's all us,
No direction.
parents want is for them to pick up a phone and say, hey, I'm all right.
A mother of 4, Katrina is the first to tell you she and her daughter Catherine have a long road ahead, but at least they are together. In the district, Kristen Wright, News 4.
Late today, Mayor Bowser's office announced 6 new initiatives. The changes include boosting the number of officers assigned to those cases and expanding the local missing person website. And while even one missing child is too many, the truth is more complex than one photo or one number. In the NBC Washington app, we look at what's true and what's not about the issue of missing girls in D.C.
So there you have it. Now, Did you notice the demeanor of the child? And did you notice that the child said, and this is coming out of the mouth of babes, right? The child said they want out. The children are saying they want out. The children are saying they want out. The good men have been kicked out. Now the children want out so bad, they're running. Now, when dealing with this issue, because we all have issues behind these children and what they're learning and the speed in which they're learning to manipulate, cheat, lie, steal, and whatever. Because Facebook teaches you all of that. Google teaches you all of that. All right. And I will be the first one to tell you, it's easier when you have two parents in the home. It's easier than the woman being for a single man raising children than a single mother. Single mother would be the worst of the three situations. Single man would be better, but two parents in the home would be best. Right? I showed you the stats and stuff. Now, I'm letting the children tell you. I'm going to let the news tell you. All right. The reason why I have this up is because there is good news. Some of the children came back home. And I think what happened is when the police start spreading it out and the fact that they started using social media, all right, and start tweeting the pictures out, most of these children, they're on Twitter, they're on a Facebook, they're on YouTube. So when they see their picture, they say, oh, I better let somebody know I'm all right. So the single mother of four has a point that give a phone call. Sad that that might be the only point, that just call me, me know where you are, which truly shows how on their own these children feel. All right. So basically, what happened, an Instagram post claiming that 14 girls had disappeared in DC over a 24-hour period went viral across social media Thursday. But that post is inaccurate. While the disappearance of any child, and remember, a bunch of people was asking me, why didn't I do this story? Why didn't I do this story? Why didn't I do this story? There's a reason I did not do this story. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Man, that upset me. All right, I'm going to tell you what just happened. The interruption was the Fraternal Order of Police. Now, I donated to them, and I've been donating to them because I donate to everybody, because even there are some good police that need the funding and stuff. But I just donated to them. They keep calling my phone like every other day. And I told them, put me on your do not call list. So how they like that? Why, right? So, the post was inaccurate. And as people were asking me, man, Nabi, you didn't do nothing about the 14 girls. The thing is, if I can't source it, right, then I don't do it. Now, if you notice, I did do a story about it, and I did mention what the girl mentioned in the thing, that they are running away, and I mentioned why. And people clown me. Oh, you're going to blame it on the black woman, right? I did not do that. I was talking from the point of view of the children, not the point of view for the people that get their feelings hurt. And as soon as you hurt their feelings, they want to destroy everything in their path. Understand this. I was talking from the point of view of the children. See, because I still remember that. I see the children growing up feeling how this girl says she feels. So when I'm telling y'all stuff on here and being proven to be right, I said many of them run away, but it is still cause for concern. What I did is I looked at the ages of the people that they found, and they are 14, 15, anything in the teens. You look at as runaways first, which is what I mentioned in the other video. Go back and look at it. I said anything under that, you kind of go down the kidnapping path or lost path, but I would go kidnapping first, right? And so the police were right in how they did this. While the disappearance of any child is reason for concern, at no point in recent weeks have 14 girls disappeared from DC in a single day, police said Friday. Right? And so what happened is, as they start tweeting out these pictures, as the police start tweeting out the pictures, whoever was on Instagram and seeing the pictures start lining it up and put everything together without looking into the background. So then this went viral. However, it did do a good thing. It put this situation in the media. All right, because now we were looking for a kidnapped, and we had all kind of theories and stuff like that for why they would be kidnapped. And as I stated, it turns out that most of them ran away. They were trying to get away from home. And you heard it out of the mouth of that child. She said many of the teens, remember, we got to still worry about the kidnappers or the kidnapped, but many of the teens are trying to get out. So they go in to say, since March 19th, DC police have shared 22 missing persons filed on Twitter. 11 of these people were juveniles. As of Sunday, 6 of these juveniles have been found. 5 still were missing. DC police have said there has been no increase in the number of missing persons in their jurisdiction. In other words, they have the same amount of missing people all the time, right? There was no uptick. So they're just sharing information in the new way. So they used to put it on milk cartons, right? Now what they're doing is they're putting it on Twitter. They're putting it on social media because they are right. You get a quicker response. But some of the times you get people that don't do the research, all right, and don't follow up. I think I'm the first person following up telling you what's really going on. Y'all look around and let me know. So you have here the single mother of 4, right? With obvious issues in the family, especially with that of the daughter, expressing the roller coaster ride she went through during this whole process, especially when Twitter comes out and Instagram comes out, because she was like, her daughter ran away many times before. What made her so nervous this time? Well, everybody was putting all kinds of thoughts in her head. Like, oh my goodness, the Arabs came and got him, or just some crazy stuff. And then all the crazy stuff was plausible, highly unlikely, but plausible. So this mother, now frightened, now have everything going through her head that people promoted. People promoted as plausible, now is going through her head as plausible. And at the end of the day, her daughter just ran away. Why? Because from out of the mouth of her daughter, these children want to get away. These children want to get away. These children want to get away. The woman that plays Cookie on Empire, she said it best. That role that she plays puts too much stress on her spirit. These children see that role up front and personal on a daily basis, and their spirit is crying out for help. But you know why there's no one to help? Because the people that are doing this to the children will not listen to anybody. And when anybody bring it to the light, they will shut them down. So how do you shut down these children? Now, this news report is going to be an embarrassment. More than anything my little channel could do. I'm just trying to open eyes for the sake of the children. Dang, have a heart. If you can't listen to no black man, maybe you can listen to the black child that is being hurt. Now, on a good note, like I said, 3 of the children have been found. This is one of them. Here are the other 2. All right. And they're crying out. Sad part is, the people that would be there to listen are no part of the community because they're not desired as part of the community. You know the good men. You know the good men that would speak out. The good men that would correct. The good men that would say, hey. Now what you have left is yes mans. But they saying yes to the so-called queens. That's all you have is yes mans. No one with the gonads to stand up. That's what you have left. And when you have them brothers that's weak because they trying to get something from someone that don't want them unless it's to try to set them up for 18 years of payments. You know, the yes men that's not going to correct, try to call out bad behavior, call out the hurt that these children are going through. I told y'all that's what this channel was all about. Y'all didn't believe me. I've been saying from video to video to video to video, but nobody wanted to listen to me. They wanted to shut me down. So from out of the mouth of babes, I'm going to let the child tell you exactly what I told you that the child was going to tell you, because I see it in their eyes. I see it in their hearts. I see it in these children day after day after day. When I go outside to play with them, it's a dang shame that every child in here in this apartment complex know my name, but I don't know any of their mothers. I know all the black men though. The protection that these children have from all of this is there's a lot of military, retired, and otherwise black men around here to be a hedge in this community. I may do for people, but the black men, because most of us black men, we're either single men raising children, or some of the men have women. You know, they have wives and stuff. They're raising children. And then we have the simps that are brought in from outside of the community, all right, by the women. You know those guys, the one that bring the ganja. You know, Pat the Dutchie. You know, yeah, got to go old school. Yeah, those guys. They are brought into the community, but they don't rent an apartment here. They are brought into the community. The reason why this community is safe is 90% of them, the people in this community, is retired military. Right? So to the 4% that's probably Section 8, that's bringing in the riffraff, Even the riffraff come in with respect because of the type of men that are here. I talk to all the men, even the so-called riffraff. I see what they do. They know I see what they do. They still talk to me with respect. And speaking of talking to me with respect, to the brothers that call me and chat with me, please understand, this was a brother that went through basic training. You can talk to me normally. All right? I'm not holier than thou. Trust me. I might be as holy as thou. And when I say thou, I mean you. If you're thinking like I'm thinking, we just use different language. All right? I've been through basic, been in the military, been around some Marines. Yeah, I heard the sailors do it. And I've been around the opposite sex all my life. And no one curses more than that. Not even in the military. I promise you this. So I've heard it all my life. I heard it at me, around me, indirectly. So talk naturally. The scripture is not about whether you curse or not. It's about how you treat people and the deeds that you do and how you treat people. Whether you treat people right from the heart or not. That's what the commandments says. There is no cursing clause in the commandment. So y'all don't have to walk on eggshell when we on the phone. Y'all hollering, man, I don't mean to. No, just talk naturally. See, it's not going to make me do it because I haven't done it. And remember, I went through basic. I grew up in a Catholic orphanage, y'all. Nobody cursed more than nuns. And the nuns will tell you. When you can't get any the rest of your life, yeah, you learn to use some choice words to express some frustrations of that type. Okay? The nuns ain't getting none, so they develop colorful language. Okay? So understand this, right? I've heard it all my life. I just don't use it. It don't bother me that other people do. All right? So thanks. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share, 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 share. With that said, I'm out.